Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big Belfast welcome to Michael McIntyre.
Come on! Good evening! Hello! Whoa! Thank you! Thank you all! Good evening and welcome to my Comedy Roadshow! Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I will be welcoming some of the finest stand-up comedians known to man right here in my favourite city of them all. It's Belfast! Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for my first guest of my Comedy Roadshow? Please give all your love to a very talented man. I've been a fan of his for years and you're going to love him. Mr. Jeff Green, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It's very nice, thank you. I'll just move Posh Spice out the way, then we'll crack on with the show. Put it over there and no singing. She's put a bit of weight on, you'll be pleased to know. That's the sausage roll she had 3 weeks ago. There you go. There's that move down her esophagus as the night progresses. It's nice to be here, back in Belfast. Actually, for the first time as a married man. I'm married, ladies. Yes, apologies. Well, I was a bit anxious, because in Britain, 2 out of 3 marriages end in divorce. Yeah, the other one ends in murder, apparently, which is a little bit scary. But it was very nice to be married. I had a nice proposal. I went down on one knee. Not for any romantic reasons. My wife's only 3'6". You can't tell how tall they are when you buy them off the internet, can you, really? I thought you'd be taller than this, to be honest, love. I didn't realise your photo was actual size. It was a lovely wedding. Do you take this, Oompa Loompa? Yes, yes, I
do. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for my next guest? Please welcome a fantastically funny man, one of my favourite comedians. Give all your love to Mr. Neil Delamere!
Hello. Nice to be back here in Northern Ireland, ladies and gentlemen. Slightly more threatening than the Republic of Ireland, I think we'll all agree. Even the road signs. There's a road sign halfway down a hill in Newry, and it just says, "Try your brakes." And you think, what the hell have you done to my brakes? And it's halfway down the hill as well. I'm always getting in trouble in traffic. I was nearly run over in Stockholm recently because I did the usual thing that Irish people do when they're trying to cross the road in a foreign city. You don't look at the traffic signals, do you? You look to see if there's anybody else crossing the road, and then you follow one of them. So I fell into line behind this guy. He knew what he was doing. He crossed the road, I crossed the road. He crossed the road, I crossed the road. He crossed the road, and a tram went in between the two of us, nearly killing both of us. And he turned around and in the broadest accent I've ever heard went, "Jesus, that was mad, wasn't it?" Well, that means you nearly killed the two of us, so I did. So why are you walking so confidently and quickly? Because I thought somebody was following me, that's why.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for my next guest of the evening? Please, welcome to the stage, the wonderful Kerry Godleyman!
Very nice. And you're all having a drink because it's the weekend? I don't drink, unfortunately. I used to go to AA meetings, which is a bit awkward, isn't it, to bring up at a comedy event. But just to reassure you, the group I used to belong to was actually called Anonymous Alcoholics. And we'd just meet down the local pub and just get utterly shit-faced and not tell each other our names. So the credit crunch, that's dragging on, isn't it? It's a strange thing, the phrase credit crunch is getting a little bit laboured now. I'm getting bored of the expression. Everyone's blaming everything on the credit crunch, weather's shit, credit crunch, car won't start, credit crunch. Got chlamydia now, credit crunch. can't blame everything on it, really. You've got to rein that in. And this is the thing, because obviously you don't know where you are. People use phrases and expressions, and it's a sort of, you know, this is the culture we live in, a bit of bullshit culture. I saw an advert recently for a 5-door car, and when I got down to the showroom, it turned out to be a 4-door car with a boot. You can't go around changing the name of things. That's not reasonable, is it? Where do you draw the line with that scale of bullshit, really? What then is the petrol flap? Is that a fairy door? Because if they said that, I'd get one.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for my next guest of the evening? Ride that wave of excitement as I bring a true hero. I've been working with quite recently. He's a fantastically talented and funny man, and we're right here in his home, and it's an absolute pleasure to welcome to the stage, ladies and gentlemen, please, Mr. Patrick Kilty.
Maybe not all the single ladies. Good evening. Lovely to be here with Michael. Isn't he great, Michael? What about that? Right? It's kind of weird though, because he's a little bit nervous, with the situation that's going on. A little bit nervous, and we're kind of breaking him in, and we did a warm-up gig last night in Londonderry. Or as some people that don't give their full support to the England football team call it, Derry. And he was really nervous. He didn't know what to call it. What do I call it? I'm not sure. Is it the Derry? Is it Derry? I don't know. I don't want to offend anyone. I don't know. Should I call it Derry? Is it Derry? What will we do? He was so nervous. So I thought I'd help him out. I said, no, don't call it Londonderry. Honestly, that doesn't work. Don't call it Derry either. The locals much prefer just London. I've never seen an encore with petrol bombs before.